So Juan, I wanted to stop by and look at this project and see what you've been working on here. Tell us a little bit about this project and what you've been doing.
Well, first of all, when I start doing the patio, I have to lay the patio all the way to the edge of the patio, the concrete patio, and then I put the first layer of the wall mark to do the cut so it can be nice and smooth.
Yep.
And then I take the bricks out, and then all the cuts, take it out, and then put glue and do the first layer. And before I put the glue, I have to cut each block so I can have that curve that we have in there.
So you have the curve?
Yep. And that's what I was doing in every layer. I was doing the cuts, take the bricks out and put glue, and then put it back all the way to the top.
I was especially excited about this project. We had it completely finished. I think we had it finished for 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And just sweeping the polymeric sand in, which that's the sand with the mason mix that sets up hard, so you don't get the weeds popping up and things like that. But we're just finishing everything up, and then you said you were out here.
Yeah, I was sweeping the polymer sand.
Sweeping it in, and the grading company backed into it. Was it a Bobcat or
a Bobcat?
It was the Bobcat.
Yeah.
And just absolutely smashed the wall. And I just said, this is an awesome opportunity to see how it's built, how well it's built, what you're building. We don't recommend that we run over our patios with with Bobcats, but
no,
it looks phenomenal. And I love the concrete base. So the whole patio is sitting on a concrete base, and we require that of all of our customers when we go to build a patio, because I think it was about 7 years, and usually, before we start doing concrete bases, it was about 7 years, and you'd get settling in this area and maybe settling over there, and
a little bit and everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit everywhere, right? And so we put in the concrete base. So the block, you're actually gluing everything together. I mean, when he hit this, the whole piece just kind of broke, but it's all still together. And so, it's amazing. You actually have lights in these walls that.
There is a light over there.
We have 4 lights in here, and they're under the cap. And so, it's really amazing to see that. Obviously, the glue worked really, really well.
Yeah,
I mean, you have an entire section that just broke and fell over.
And another thing, the customers ask how the water is going to run under, like out of the patio. So we make those little gaps where the water can run out of the patio.
Yeah, it looks.
It don't stay.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. Just that little 2 inch by 2 inch that flows all the way through. So if there's leaves or debris or sand or just water that because the whole patio is sloping this direction, you can't really tell it. And then the fire pit, I love the intricacy of what you do. I mean, I think that everything you build, we say that you're the boss. It's like, okay, whatever Juan says he wants to do, he's it's gonna be nicer that way. And so, just giving you the room to do what you do and let you build this, it's really neat. I love the sitting walls. They're about 22 inches, 18 inches, somewhere in there. So it's just the perfect height to be able to sit down. And then the fire pit's just a little bit lower. I love the gray and charcoal that they chose. The ribbon around the edge. That's really neat. I love how that brick edge, it's like Soldier Road right on there. So it looks really neat from up top. There's a screened-in porch that they kind of look out over the top of this, right down, and it's also it's really centralized to all the windows on the house, whether you're in the master bedroom or the dining room or the screened-in porch. It's really centralized, and I love that integration, the extension of the home.
Yes, and I think it's going to look really nice. I don't know what they're going to do there, but whenever they finish that, I think it's going to look better.
Yeah, he's already said, I'm excited. He says, I have all this out here. He said, I'm going to have branches falling, and he said, that's going to be my Saturday night relax. And I love the room. I think we have 9 to 11 feet basically around the fire pit on all sides. I think the radius on this was 27 feet from side to side, including the sitting walls. And so initially it was just poured concrete. Also love that we integrated that where it's almost zero entry. I mean, you have about a 2 inch step into the back of the house right there. So the pavers make a lot of sense. The elevations are right. So what do you do? What do you do with American Lawn? Like over the last, we have been together for 10 years.
10 years or so.
What is your focus so many times now? It seems like your niche has been retaining walls and patios and retaining walls. And I'm and you're like, that's what I'm good at. That's what I like doing.
I like to do everything, I like to do a little bit of everything, but I mean, what I like most is this and the waterfalls, because when you show up to a house, you are just gonna see either dirt or grass, and whenever everything is finished, you're gonna see a big difference, better than like normal landscape.
Right, just landscape.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yep.
That's what I like. And then I like to do it like if it's my own house. Like I want it to be perfect, like so the customer can enjoy it with no problems and everything.
Some of the most successful projects that we've done together is where the customer just kind of said, hey, you know, make it look good, and then those curves that you put in there and the way that you flared it out and the way that you sized it up and scaled it was phenomenal, you know, and the customer's like, I didn't even know it was going to look like this, and it's because of exactly what you said. Like, I want it to look like I did at my house.
Yep,
and at the end of the day, if I bring my son out here, if I bring my daughter out here, it's like, yeah, I did this right here.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's phenomenal.
That's my goal every day, like make the customer happy.
Yeah.
So
Because it makes you feel good about what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like everybody says, the job talks by your by how you are.
Yep. The job talks about who you are and how you're
exactly.
building everything. Yep. Well, I love it. It looks fantastic, and we're thankful for the detail of what you do, because what you do is like art.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. So, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.